What is up, everyone? It's Jake with Master Football here. Back at it again. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to say nothing new in this video. I apologize, okay? But we have to hammer this home for all of the draft newbies and all the Alabama fans out there, okay? One of these things is just not like the other. So throughout the draft process, you'll see that, and especially towards the end, there's a lot of quarterback prospects that you don't know about that will come up. Now, I'm a Boise State fan. I knew about Zach Wilson for a long time. When Josh Allen was coming up, I knew about him for a long time. I get to see these players, see them more often. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know about Jordan Love, even when he was at Utah State and the Boise State Broncos played them that often. No offense, Packer fans. So you notice these players more often, and then they get to the national stage and are able to show it as well. So Zach Wilson as an example. So Zach Wilson, a lot of people probably didn't know who he was until the beginning of this draft process, and it doesn't really make any sense. And then you see pro day, and you see him come out and make ridiculous throws. He had that one throw where he rolled to the left, threw the ball back, post over to the right. It was just nuts. But you can see those throws, and you can see those plays and see how it comes out. However, there's a lot of other players who've been in the spotlight for a long time that you're able to kind of see and you evaluate, and sometimes you over-evaluate. In my personal opinion, I think a lot of people are, it sounds weird, I think a lot of people are actually sleeping on Trevor Lawrence. He's been in the national spotlight for such a long time that I think we kind of take him for granted. We're like, oh, well, we got this new shiny toy over here from BYU. We got this new shiny toy over here from North Dakota State. I think that Trey Lance and Zach Wilson are good and are good players. But do I think they're Trevor Lawrence? Do I think they're a 6'6", fast quarterback with a cannon arm with great accuracy who played at a high level against the best teams in the country at a very, very early age? No, I don't think there's a lot of people out there that can say that. But I do think we have to be careful with one of them. Okay, so if we look at them, the five quarterbacks right now. Okay, so we've got Trevor Lawrence, we've got Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Mac Jones. Now, I want to read through a couple of these profiles just to kind of show you what we're looking at, what we kind of have to get ready for and prepare for, because I personally believe, and I know I'm not the only one, that one of these players isn't like the other. I'll give you a hint. It's Mac Jones. We go to NFL.com, we see Trevor Lawrence's, we see his profile, and we kind of see how it is. Again, they have a prospects grade. They're grading him as a perennial All-Pro. Now, again, this is grading, and who knows how it is, but let's kind of see what they say. You can see a lot through the strengths and the weaknesses of their abilities. I mean, he was a 3 and done. Okay, true freshman, came in, started 3 years. He's out, ready to go pro. You'll see here elite size, athleticism, and play traits, dual threat capabilities, speed, wiggle, and toughness. Feet stay calm when he's working from the pocket. Pinpoint accuracy on basic throws, arm to challenge safeties and working tight windows. So he's got arm strength, accuracy, ball placement, athleticism, experience, size. He's got everything that you want. You can see down here in the weaknesses section where you'll see that they have to nitpick him because he's so good. Struggle deciphering blitz and coverage packages against Virginia Tech. Oh, he had a bad game here this one time out of his, what was that? Out of 50 plus career or 40 plus career college games, he had one bad game against Virginia Tech one time. Inconsistent eye manipulation of safeties. Eye manipulation of safeties is a more complex thing that you might think. Now I know that might be looking off the free safety here, looking off the strong safety there, but that's a very, very advanced technique to kind of do. You can see that they're really trying to reach here to find something. They don't really have anything for him. We come to Zach Wilson with BYU. Now, the thing with Zach Wilson with BYU is boom or bust prospect. You can see that when you read off his strengths and weaknesses that he has everything from a physical perspective to make it in this league. So twitchy operation, get out and easily alter his arm slot if needed. Again, Trevor Lawrence can do this too. Can you throw from multiple angles? The NFL pocket is not going to be clean that often. You're going to have to throw from multiple different ways. Throws with accuracy and off-platform throws. Again, we saw how Patrick Mahomes did that. Generates sudden velocity drive over seam throws. Unafraid of making tight window challenges, feels pressure bearing off the edge, has mobility to keep defenses honest. So maybe not as big, strong, and fast, but can move. Deadly accuracy from off-platform throws, deadly arm strength from off-platform throws, and just a huge arm. So that's what you're looking at when it comes to him, also with the production from there. When you see down here, again, same thing, struggle with accuracy and decision-making against Coastal Carolina. Oh, yeah, this one time in this one game, he had a bad game. It's like, okay, cool. Levels of competition wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. I think we've seen with quarterback that doesn't necessarily matter. There's a reason why, a junior college quarterback who played 1 year at Cal is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers. Then we come to Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I think, is even more of a boom or bust prospect compared to Zach Wilson, and we'll kind of see why here. So cool thing, from an NFL perspective, set his own protections, a lot of football hype, football IQ, compact, twitchy release partially mitigates his windup. So again, he's got a quick release, good anticipation on timing throws, quality touch passes. Pro Football Focus even rated that he's just got a cannon of an arm. There's no issues there. So strong arm, mobile, smart, NFL type throws. That's what we're looking at here. Let's go down to his weaknesses, and you'll see that, again, they're kind of reaching here. I do think, again, they're reaching, but some of these are legit. So, again, you see he's got 318 career pass attempts. That's it, 318. I mean, that's 10 games for some guys. He'll be 20 years old at the time of the draft. That's actually a pro. I don't know why you would want them to be older. I mean, maybe you could say he's a little young, but again, being young and being this experienced and this mature, that's great. Lackadaisical with his feet in the quick game, needs to trust his pocket, has a tendency to avoid the pocket. Again, I think the problem with here is that we have all the physical tools, arm strength, ability, NFL readiness, but we just don't have the requisite number of games that you're going to see Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and Justin Fields have. I feel like Justin Fields actually is the more overanalyzed player right now. I think that, again, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields have been around for a long time, and they basically have been 1-2. And I feel like they're being over-evaluated, and Zach Wilson and Trey Lance are kind of coming up because of the new shiny toys people haven't necessarily seen. When we look at Justin Fields, let's just make sure we're clear about this. Never lost a Big Ten game. Great lateral footwork to sidestep downhill blitzers. Plenty of zip on field side throws. Quality reads. Confident and comfortable throwing in intermediate zones. So touch, arm strength, athleticism, size, experience. He's great on all of those things. You'll see down here, he missed some open blitz beaters against Indiana. He had a bad spin move against Clemson one time. I mean, I do think, of course, there's opportunity for him to grow, but when you look at the weaknesses, you can definitely tell that they're kind of overreaching on some of these things. Then we come to Mac Jones. And again, I do not dislike Mac Jones. He's just a quarterback. Again, when we're talking about this, Tim Tebow seems like a really nice guy. Tim Tebow also should not be an NFL quarterback. But let's see and kind of break down what's going on here with him. So his strength is that he stepped up to the challenge in 2020. He won't take unnecessary chances very often. He feels for the pocket and avoids pressure. He's good rhythmic drive thrower, confident in making his throws, feathery touch over linebackers. So solid thrower of the ball, perfect placement on hanging it for receiver, making a leap in big plays. Wins with the back shoulder. I do think that if you see here, we're looking at, solid touch, a gamer, winner, accurate. Okay. I think that those are all good things to have. I do think that the size, the athleticism, and the arm strength that all the other prospects have, or the ability to throw off platform or things like that, especially with Zach Wilson, it's just not there. So very thin lower body, struggles to fight off rush, leaves the back half leaves his back half behind on his follow through, average release quickness. So not the greatest release. Doesn't have a super strong arm. Doesn't have a weak arm, but doesn't have a super strong arm. Not a dynamic athlete. But we're talking about him at the number 3 pick right now. I mean, let's be honest there. Again, I do not think Mac Jones is going to be a bad quarterback. I do think, again, my last video, and if you guys watched on Monday, make sure you remember that need versus value. I do think that we are so desperate for good quarterbacks in this league that people are moving him up that board because, hey, man, he was the best quarterback on the best team, and he's going to be great in the NFL too. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Again, USC has a terrible time sending quarterbacks to the pros. Okay, a lot of these big profile programs have a hard time because when you're surrounded by a whole bunch of 5-star athletes, it's really hard to see, oh, did he make that play, or did everybody else make that play really easy for him to make? I think that Mac Jones, again, he's unspectacular in a lot of things, but he's a winner. He's a gamer. So he's going to get a chance in this league. Do I think he's got elite level talented tools to be a great NFL quarterback? I don't know. Do I think he can help you win? Sure. But I think that Mac Jones should be going in the second half of the first round, if anything, or later, because I don't think he's a kind of guy where if your offensive line is weak, or your receiver's a little poor, or you've got some injuries to tight end, or your running backs are banged up, that he's going to be able to come and be like, don't worry, guys, put it all on me. I got it. Okay, the only guy that I've ever seen be able to do that is Tom Brady, and he's the GOAT. We're not going to bring him in there. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe to the video. We got a new prospect coming out on Friday from the Obscure Prospect series, and I'll see you guys then.